In Monet server, database is just a folder inside of DB file. And we can create a backup of this database by making a copy of this folder. But first, we have to make sure that no user is connected to this database. So I will go here to terminal, and currently I am admin MonetDB, and I will read from system table sys.sessions. Inside of this table, we will see all of the users that are currently connected to Monet. This user VOC is connected, and inside of idle column, we can see that last time this user ran some query is this timestamp. But for administrator MonetDB, we will get null. And this is because while administrator was running this query, his session was busy. And because it was busy, this table will return null instead of idle column for administrator and for any other user who is running a query at that exact moment. Now, based on this, we will estimate how much time will be needed for all of these queries to end. And I will estimate this time to 5 seconds, so I will run this procedure here. This procedure will shut down our database, but it will wait 5 seconds until all of the queries are finished. And only administrator can run this procedure. I will run this procedure, and during those 5 seconds, administrator will be able to run any query he wants to. And even after those 5 seconds, I will assume now that 5 seconds have passed, he will be able to run a query or any other statement. So what is the difference for administrator? Well, if administrator quit his session, then he will not be able to log in again. We try to log in, my password is MonetDB, he will get message that shutdown is in progress. But what about VOC user? I will jump to this other tab, and here I will again try to run some statement, and we will see that VOC user will be immediately logged out from the session. If he try again to log in, so I will try to log in as VOC user, my password is VOC, again I will get that message shutdown in progress. I will now go back to this first tab of administrator, and now our database is in status where no one can log in to this database. And that will be only possible if we stop this database and then if we run it again. But after we stop this database, some user will be able to start that database again because he wants to run some queries. And we want to prevent that. And so we will first check, is our database currently locked? So I will run this command. So I will check status of VOC database, and we can see that it is not locked. That means that anyone can start a database if the database is stopped. But we want only for administrator to be able to start a database. So we have to lock our database. For that, we will use this command MonetDB lock VOC. And now our database is inside of the maintenance mode. That means that only administrator can now start our database. And after this, we can freely stop our database. So I will stop it. And now we can easily create a copy of our folder in order to have a backup. I want to tell you one more thing. When we run our procedure shutdown, then we are providing only the first argument, but we can also provide the second argument. If this second argument is omitted or it is false, in that case we are using a sigterm command. This command will ask politely our database to shut down, but database can refuse to do that. But if we provide this second argument as a true value, in that case we will use sigkill command, so our database will not be able to refuse to shut down. I will now clear my screen. I will now create a backup of our database, so I will come here to DB farm and I will just create a copy of this folder. And I will name it VOC copy. If we want to restore this backup, we can just first release it, because this database VOC copy is also locked just as VOC because it is a copy. So we first have to release it, and then we can log into this VOC copy database. The password is again MonetDB, so everything is the same. So we are currently inside of VOC copy. I will now quit this session, and I want to stop this VOC copy database. I will stop it, and I'm stopping it because I want to delete it. And for that, we can use command MonetDB destroy VOC copy. So I will run this, I will say yes, and now our database is deleted. If we jump here to this folder, we can see that we have deleted that folder. And I will do one more thing. I will also place my VOC database out of maintenance mode. So I will release my database, and then I will clean my screen. We can also create a hot backup. Hot backup is also a copy of our database folder, of our VOC folder, but we can create that backup while our database is still working. And for that, I will first log in as administrator. My password is MonetDB, and then I will run one other procedure with the name hot snapshot. So I will run this procedure, and this procedure will create a copy of this database, and it will place that copy at this location. The name of backup has to be with tar file format extension. So I will run this, and if we now go here to desktop, we will see that file. This is that file. We can extract that file here, and here we can see our VOC database. I will now go back, and I will show you that we can compress this file, and for that we just have to add different file format extensions. So we can use LZ4, GZ, BZ2, or XZ. So if we run this, we will get the same file, but it will be compressed. I want also to tell you that we can grant privilege for this procedure to some other user. We can do the same with shutdown procedure. So I will now grant right on the shutdown procedure to VOC user. And because this procedure is overloaded, we have to provide the full signature. So I will run this, and we can do the same with hot snapshot procedure. Again, this hot snapshot procedure is also overloaded. So if we run it, it will be successful. I will now clean my screen. I will now jump to green server. So this is green server, and I have explained how to create a green server inside of this blog post. And I need green server because this database is set up to be accessible from the network. And I will now create a backup of this database that is on the green server, but I will create that backup on the VOC server. So I will go back to VOC server, and then I will go here to shell. I will run this command. So this is IP address of the green server, and I will log in to green server. My password is MonetDB, and now I will again run hot snapshot procedure, but this time I will provide this second argument. This second argument is false, and that means that we will create a backup file here on the VOC server. So it will not be created on this remote green server, but it will create it here locally. So I will run this, and then I will go here to desktop, and here we can see our green database backup. I will now clean my screen. Next, we will see how to restore that green database, but here on the VOC server. I will go to desktop, I will extract here green database, and then I will copy it to dbfarm folder. So here I have green database beside VOC database. I will go back to terminal, I will log out from the VOC database, and then I will log in to green database. My password is again MonetDB, and now we are logged in into green database, but on the VOC server. I will quit this session, and then I will stop green database because I want to delete it. So I will stop my database, I will again use MonetDB destroy command to delete my database. I will say yes, and now our green database is removed.